Black Templar chapter of the Adeptus Astartes is known for their zealous fury in battle and their undying devotion to the God Emperor. The Sword Brothers of this Space Marine chapter continued the Emperor's eternal crusade across the stars, purging the heretic, the mutant, and the alien. One young Black Templar Sword Brother would rise quickly through the ranks and become a legendary warrior priest with more righteous fury and faith than his brother chaplains, Merek Grimaldus, the High Chaplain of the Black Templars and the Hero of Helsreach. Veteran of dozens of crusades, Merek Grimaldus rose quickly through the ranks of the chapter and soon left the sword brethren of his marshal and joined the Reclusium to become a chaplain. His devotion and faith impressed the other chaplains, and Grimaldus was taken under the wing of then High Chaplain Mordred. Taking his vows before the Sword of Dorn aboard the Eternal Crusader flagship, the home of the chapter, Grimaldus wasted no time in displaying his prowess and righteous zeal towards the enemies of the Emperor. While many chaplains preferred a more supportive battlefield role, Grimaldus always led from the front. He rarely spoke, but when he did, his litanies pushed straight into the hearts of his battle brothers, fueling them with holy might that they might bring down upon those who sought to eradicate mankind. Though his leadership style would often result in Grimaldus suffering grievous injury, the chaplain, driven by faith, always refused to succumb. Due to his eternal devotion and legacy of battlefield accomplishments, he was named High Chaplain after the passing of his mentor, Mordred. After around a century of impeccable service, Grimaldus was promoted to the rank of Reclusiarch. He then accompanied High Marshal Helbricht, the chapter master of the Black Templars, to the world of Armageddon in an attempt to stop the invasion of Hive City Helsreach by the Orc warlord Gazgrul Mag-Uruk Thraka. 3 Templar crusades were dispatched to the surface of the planet to where the fighting was thickest. Grimaldus and his Astartes found themselves on a mission to cleanse the crashed strike cruiser Purest Intent that had crash-landed just outside the city of Helsreach. The cruiser was an ancient craft of the long-dead Shadow Wolves chapter of the Space Marines that had been recovered by the Orcs. Grimaldus and the Templars executed the Xenos Defilers without mercy and inspired the lesser human defenders of Helsreach to fight to the last man. However, Helsreach soon fell under siege by thousands upon thousands of Orcs. The epicenter of the fighting was to be found at the Temple of the Emperor Ascendant, an ancient monastery that had been on Helsreach since the earliest days of its settling. While many of the Astra Militarum and militia elements had begun to flee the battle, the Black Templars refused to yield any ground to the Xenos invaders. For 2 months, Grimaldus and his Space Marines held the Basilica with what remained of the Imperial Guard. When the Orcs inevitably broke through, the battle devolved into a blood-drenched melee within the pews of the temple. Grimaldus and his Templars were not going to let the Orcs defile such a holy place and the relics within without fight. So intense was the battle that eventually the Temple of the Emperor Ascendant collapsed around the fighters in a pile of fiery, bloody rubble. Every defender was thought lost, until a day later, when Grimaldus, bloody but unbroken in his resolve, emerged from the mound of rubble with 3 Cenobite servitors with the 3 remaining relics of the temple: the remains of the banner of the Emperor Victorious, a column from the major altar, and blessed water from the stoop of elucidation. Defenders of Helsreach cheered at Grimaldus' survival and the recovery of some of their most holy relics. The apothecaries who treated Grimaldus were amazed that he had survived, but his faith in his emperor gave him the drive to embody the vows of the chapter he served. Accept any challenge, no matter the odds. Suffer not the unclean to live, and uphold the honor of the emperor. The manifestation of these values within Grimaldus during the defense of Helsreach earned him the title the Hero of Helsreach, and with renewed vigor, the Imperial forces on Armageddon surged forth to take fight to the invaders. Grimaldus went on to be the epitome of what every Black Templar should aspire to be. His fervent devotion to the Emperor and his righteous fury for the alien, mutant, and heretic have rightfully earned him legendary status among the Templars and the Adeptus Astartes. He remains a shining example of the Black Templars and a proud warrior priest with unquestionable purity and fearsome wrath to be brought down upon the enemies of mankind. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you liked the video, drop a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. I'm going to float on out of here, so I'll see you in the next one.